PA Sports, so proud to bring you continuing coverage of the world of golf. And today, we find ourselves on the rugged coastline of Carmel Bay at the legendary Pebble Beach Golf Links. Rich Lerner, so pleased to be joining you here today. And by my side in the tower, as always, is Frank Nobilo. And Frank, when I look to my right, over the Monterey Peninsula toward the Pacific Ocean, I always think this is what they mean when they sing from sea to shining sea. Pebble Beach never does disappoint.
It has to be on everybody's wish list. I don't really care what level of your standard of play is. The best players in the world want to play here, and I have friends really that just took up the game, for example, like a year ago, and that's always where they want to go. Can I get a round at Pebble Beach?
We're just going to play 9 here, so let's get it started as we head out to the tee at the par 4 first. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Now from just under 100 yards, he'll stare down his second.
Well, that was terrible.
Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Maybe got a little too much sand there. That came out fat, and the rough took all the momentum off the ball. And that'll trickle on, but wind up well short. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. +1 in the early going.
Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
Is starting up the right side. Good solid tee shot there, coming off the bogey at the first. This is in the fairway at number 2.
And that second shot on this par 5, it just came out too low. Came out like a bullet. That first bounce, it wasn't going to stop. Second bounce wasn't going to stop. And just ran over the back.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Got it there, but not quite on target. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. On to the 397-yard par 4 third, where some players drive it over the trees on the left to cut the dogleg, while others play it more conventionally. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
We're looking at 123 yards to the flag. Pin on the left portion of this green, so it will favour a wee draw.
In my book, that's a good shot. You can really aim at the middle of just about every single green. If you did it all day long, some of those would finish up close, and you'd have plenty of birdie putts.
Yes, well done there. And back to even par now on the day.
Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the fourth.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you referred to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right, because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right. Nothing wrong with that one.
So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4. Okay, that's acceptable there. Yes, nicely done. It's in for birdie, and it's into red figures now at 1 under par. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fit. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, safest play here is to the left center of the green. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
Ball sitting in the right front bunker. Not the most difficult bunker here at Pebble Beach, but certainly have some options.
Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par.
good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that in for a par. Frank, here we are, another good scoring opportunity, the dramatic par 5/6.
It's easy to have that view of Stillwater Cove on the right, but that, needless to say, is not the place to go. Those 5 bunkers down the left really determine your strategy off the tee. Plus, you're playing from elevation, nearly 20 yards extra off the tee. So that run out at 360 at the end of the fairway, believe me, that's in play.
And that one going to be into the bunker off the tee. Getting out more important than distance here as he readies his second. Oh, and this hole can really play with your mind. That is one you'd like to have over again. Nah, just caught it fat out of the rough. Never had a chance of reaching, and now it is time to regroup and try to escape with a par.
Now that's going to hurt. That simple chip shot, well off the mark. That hurts.
Yep, that's a good job right there. Don't overthink it. He didn't, and he'll come away with a par. Well, this is the one you dreamed about, isn't it? Just a little baby wedge that kisses the clouds and drops softly on that tiny green here at the 7th. You and your maker, there's nothing better in the world than to be playing the 7th hole and playing it well here at Pebble Beach. That is going to miss off to the left, so now par going to be very difficult from there. Now a second to this par 3. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap in is now going to be a grind.
Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par.
From the famous par 3 7th to the equally famous par 4 8. Frank, what a hole.
It is, Rich, and it starts, in my opinion, the best 3 consecutive par 4s in golf. This one's a little bit of a blind tee shot. That white rock that's just up ahead, that's your line. If you hit it over the right side of that, your run out is about 250 yards. If you go a little left of that, you've got another 20 yards up your sleeve. But do not go further than that.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Aggressive off the tee, ball lucky not to run out of fairway and into the ocean, but now sitting in an ideal spot with access to the green.
Well, that is a proper iron shot. Good full swing, too, and gets the result it deserves. Great shot.
Shouldn't be much in this for birdie. You bet. Easy as can be. That's in for birdie. We finished the front side with what is often considered the most difficult hole at Pebble Beach, 483-yard par 4 ninth, ocean, all down the right, and bunkers and deep rough on the left. No room for error here. Yeah, that's the spot you want to put it. Now, watch this thing gather momentum down the slope. Well, that is going to be an excellent result. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Well, when you find your ball in the fairway at the 9th, you hit a great tee shot, one of the most difficult fairways to hit on the entire golf course, but now it opens up the opportunity to hit a great second.
Oh, excellent shot. I love it when it's the right distance. This one just a little to the right. Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, a good look at that one all the way in. It's a birdie that pushed that score to 3 under for the round. So yet another wonderful day at Pebble Beach. Though, Frank, it's not finished yet, though the sun is beginning to set. You and I are heading to Carmel for dinner tonight. What time do you want me to pick you up?
6:45, my man. The sun should be just setting by there this time of the year. And, of course, you know, the big decision is, do we go to the whaling station, sardine factory? I don't know. And also, who's paying?
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody. EA Sports is proud to bring you coverage of PGA Tour golf. Today from 17 Mile Drive on the Monterey Peninsula and historic Pebble Beach golf links. Alongside Frank Navalo, I'm Rich Lerner, and partner, you and I have called a lot of rounds of golf through the years. I know there's always something that piques your interest. How about today?
Rich, every day brings you a chance to do something special. And when we get to sit in this perch, that's what I look for. And I don't want to see the head going down. I want to see that every single shot is a chance to do something special. That could be a chip. Maybe the chip goes in. Maybe it's a 30-footer that goes in. Maybe a drive gets rifled down the fairway. Do something special.
Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
139 is the number, pin smack bang in the middle.
It might have been perhaps a little conservative, but right in the heart of the green.
18-footer. That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, in for a par here at 10 to get this 9-hole round started.
Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway find.
Now from just under 100 yards, he'll stare down his second. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. That one kind of took off on him. That'll happen sometimes coming out of the bunker, and that scoots right on by. That's going to scoot a foot or two by. One over for the day. This 12th hole certainly not as famous as some of the other par 3s here at Pebble Beach, like number 7 or 17. But 12's a good one at 202 yards. Ideally, you want to work this right to left, just a baby draw, and try to get it to land softly because the green tends to be really firm. Boy, that one was coming in hot, and it winds up carrying over the back of the green. Second shot now, here at the par 3. is a good score, believe me, here at the 12. No question about that.
Well, this par 4 13th hole doesn't show up on a lot of postcards the way, say, the 8th hole would. But, Frank, this is a legitimate and challenging par 4, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. 400 yards, but it plays longer than that by virtue of being uphill. But the addition of those 3 bunkers in on the right side have certainly shrunk the width of this fairway. Plus, it still tips from the right side to the left side. And you've got an uphill second shot. So, I've seen everything here. 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, you name it.
From the fairway, Iona, this is second.
133 yards to the front of the green. 140 yards to get you to the flag. Pin tucked in the front left-hand portion of the green today.
Well, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line.
I know it's the second shot golf course, but what an iron shot. I don't care. That's the first, the last. That's a great shot.
Okay, he'll finish that off from a couple of feet away, and that is a birdie. We arrive now at the 582-yard par 5 14th. It is one of the hardest holes on the PGA Tour, year in, year out. This is a bear. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. I'm not sure he got every bit of that three-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Oh, maybe a misread there, and that curls by to the left. Cleans that up in the hole.
Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, it's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. And fortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of four bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pop bunker that has to be avoided.
You can't drive it much better than that. That's the quick pickup of the tee right down the middle. Little bit of an awkward distance for this, his second.
17-foot putt here.
Yes, did well there. That's in to save a par. We now begin one of the most beautiful stretches of finishing holes in all of golf. The march to the sea at Pebble Beach, starting with a 400-yard par 4 16th. Key here, carry the island bunker.
Well, that one's finished in the first cut. It's going to be a little bit harder to spin it from there with a little bit of grass around the ball, but still not too bad. That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And this is a putt players love to see, uphill, slightly right to left.
Oh, there's the surgeon's touch right there. Well done to run that in for a birdie.
17th hole here at Pebble Beach, all about history and all about beauty. Frank, what's the best way to make that three and get onto that 18th tee?
Well, first of all, it depends where the flag is cut, on the right side or the left side, because really this green is like a figure eight on a 45-degree angle. On the left side, it's a much longer carry, and you've got to really hit your tee shot properly to make the ball carry that bunker and stop in time. On the right side, you can see, you go with a shorter club and the target is bigger.
Okay, a friendly bounce there, and that will make its way onto the putting surface. Very well read. To 1 under now for the day. Well, you're not just playing the 18th hole at Pebble Beach, are you? You're taking a moment to soak it all in. Stand on that tee box, look out at the Pacific Ocean, think about what's happened here, who's played this hole, who's made history here, and then you let it rip. That will do just fine. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
And that will be quite a challenge from there to get away with his par.
If he can make this, I'd just take it and run to the next hole.
Really nice right there. That was a touchy one, but it's in for a par. So, partner, as always, I enjoyed it. Watching golf, calling golf. Let's do it again soon.
We got the best seat in the house, Rich.